the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au. Like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay wear. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. Footyprofit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back to Rams Arena for the second of the double headers Cannons beating the Knights in the first by 17 points, and now we have the Greater Western Victoria Rebels taking on the Murray Bushrangers. Two of our friends from regional Victoria. Calling this game will be, I'm just making sure they've got their headsets on. Gabe Sorrentino. Gabe, how are you?
I'm very well, and looking forward to this. What do we call? We had the Metro Derby, and now do we call this the
regional Derby?
Regional Derby.
And Matty Cox, how are you, Matt?
Not great. I'm a bit envious that I've given up the sunny position to Rick. It's a little bit more chilly up here than what it is at ground level. So, no, looking forward to a good game.
And conditions down there, Rick?
Yeah, great down here, Crooksy. It's dried out and should be perfect conditions for this second game out in the middle. It's in beautiful nick. There's hardly any breeze as well now.
All right. Selections, Rick. Your selection?
I've gone for the Bushies.
Gone for the Bushies. Gabo?
Bushies, thank you, for me.
I'm going to go with the Rebels, just to go a little bit different.
I can't remember who I went for in the footy record. Rick might want to have a look at that. He can't hear me. I think I went for the Bushrangers from memory. Rebels a bit disappointing last week, last fortnight when we were down at Sandringham and saw them. All right. Action to be taken underway. Take it away, Gabo.
In the ruck here, we've got Essen Wanga versus Kelly. Taken away this time and booted forward, or in front, dropping the mark there. Is the Bushrangers trying to clear? Oh, good spin out there. That time was by Langlands, but we've got congestion. And in the end, I think we might have a ball up. Gee, there's a lot of players around here, but it's still going. Finally comes out, quick hands, great tackle. Oh, holding a man. That's a little tough, Crooksy.
Dear, oh dear.
And we've got here, is that Bruce, I think? He clears out to the wing, but intercepting that time of the Rebels. Try to kick, but the Bushrangers collect. Good tackle again, and I think we're going to have a ball up. That was a tough call there. So, centre wing, ball up. Tap down. Taken away this time by the Bushrangers. They can't clear. Matty, take over, see if you can clear this play up.
We're on the centre wing, outer side. Congested footy in the first minute of this second of the double headers here at Rams Arena. The Bushrangers try and get one clear through Wilson. Through the middle, the Rebels are able to intercept, and they come towards the broadcast side. Pack flies, and they're front and centre here, the Rebels. Handball over the top in the direction here of Johnston. A wonky one inside attacking 50. The Bushrangers fumble at the crucial moment. Opportunity now for the Rebels. They flick the handball out. Denagi gets it across. Bushrangers repel out of defence. High ball, centre wing, broadcast side. Comes off hands. Chasing after it is Barzan. Kicks it towards the top of the 50 for the Bushrangers. The handball flicked across to Hicks. He fumbled, and the umpire said that's holding the footy. Free kick going the way of the Rebels at centre half back here at Rams Arena. To come straight up the corridor. A good kick. Hits up Schneering. He'll come to the broadcast side with the kick. It's risky. Good fist applied by Johnston. Scooped up, though, there by Bond. Rebels, though, with the numbers. Just need to flick a clear possession away. They do now. Matty Lloyd kicks it towards the half-forward area. Good fist applied by Hicks. Chases after it. Has support. Picked up, though, by Essen Wanger. He goes towards centre half-forward, and the mark is taken by Gray. Wheels around on the right foot. Ball into the pocket. Freeman takes the mark for the Rebels.
We've seen a bit of Keegan Gray already this year. Beautifully measured kick there, Gabe.
Perfect kick, wasn't it? It was just over the top, well weighted. The defender did the right thing, just playing in front of his man, but the kick was just perfect. Centimetre perfect, they say.
I think that's been used before.
Yeah, so now we've got Jordan Johnston. He's going to kick on a 45-degree angle, we'll call that, from about 25 metres out. He comes in, concentrating hard. He's kicked it to the left and it's stayed left, and it's the first score, and that goes to the Rebels. They move on to one behind. Murray yet to score on a Technica scoreboard. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Technica time clock.
Technica
MG
time
scoreboard.
The kick out by the Bushrangers out to half back. They fly up high. Taken away that time by Cully. His handball finds his teammate, but collecting it that time the Rebels. Quick hands. Finally collected now through the middle. This time here we've got, I think it was Berry. Berry goes across the ground. He finds his man in Johnston, the point kicker. Handballs to his man. Goes half full. Good mark.
Great mark.
Good mark there. Lloyd, Matty Lloyd, Crooksy's boy. He kicks inside 50. Top of the goal square. They go up. No one goes up except for the Rebels, and the big man in front. We'll wait for him to turn around. Is it Watts? Tyler Watts. No one went up with him in the end, and it was a good kick. Quick, get it in there quick, Cooksey. Get some one-on-one contests.
Puts the defence under all the pressure in the world, doesn't it?
Definitely does, and top of the goal square. Tyler Watts takes a good stretch mark. He comes in. Made the goal umpire work just a little bit, but straight through the middle. Good start here for the Rebels. 1-1. And Tyler Watts gets them in front. 1-1-7 to no score. Can we find Rick down there?
He's down on the gate.
Yeah, one notable in, boys, for Greater Western Victoria. Jacob Lohman had a quad injury a couple of weeks ago against Sandringham when we were calling, and he's pulled up pretty well. Pardo said that it was more of a corky, but he's playing today, so good to see. I thought he was in a bit of trouble there for a few weeks.
Good work.
Back underway. The tap goes the way of Daniel Johnston. A couple of Johnstons out there this afternoon. That one was for the Bushrangers. Goes inside, attacking 50 with the kick. Not great. It's turned over. Henson takes the mark and sends it towards the outer wing for the Rebels. They move it quickly towards the half-forward flank. Gray will take the mark. He's about 80 from home. Decides to come inboard with the kick. And it was good to Lamb. Lamb sends the handball over the top to Domick. Domick moves it to centre half forward. Revels with the burst. A short one inside, attacking 50. They had players everywhere. And one of them was Appleby.
Thomas Berry, I think, there with a nice move inside 50.
And
promising start for the Rebels.
They're moving it very, very quickly at the moment. And precise kicks too.
Yeah.
Hitting their marks. Good sign early for the Rebels. Just to give them a 13-point lead at the 6-minute mark on the Technica time clock. Appleby comes in, 45-degree angle. Will kick it from about 35 metres out. Right foot kick on its way, and again
got in,
just squeezes through. Clint Appleby gets his first, and the Greater Western Victoria Rebels move to 2-1-13. The Murray Bushrangers yet to score on the NG scoreboard, 6.5 in to the opening term on the Technica time clock.
Well, as I mentioned, 7 minutes in, and the game has been played more or less in the Rebels' half of the ground. Good movement of the ball, as Matt mentioned. It's been precise kicking.
In the ruck, this time is Johnston up against Kelly. The Rebels holding the man there will get the free kick. Not sure who it's going to. Might be Wallace, Isaac Wallace. He looks out wide. Oh, plays on. Just overcommitted there, but a poor kick. Intercepting that time is Daniel Johnston. He kicks out wide. A 50-50 contest. Bushrangers able to win it. Finally comes out over to Bryce. And his little chip pass out to the wing. Going to the flank. Up they go. Good spoil that time by the Rebels. They try to collect. Ooh, ducking their head there. Play on. Finally comes out to Lane. Ty Lane has a shot at goal and misses to the left-hand side. One behind. First score there for Murray. They move on to 1 point. The Rebels are 13 on the NG scoreboard. Now, what have we got here? Waiting for the player to kick out. Plays on. So the Rebels come out wide to the half-back flank, looking for Berry. Goes over the back. Collecting at that time is Jones. Quick hands. Finally comes out. Oh, Bushrangers in trouble. Good pressure there by the Rebels. Keeping it going, but moving it forward. Finally, the Bushrangers collect. Taken this time is Jones. Kicks. Top of the square. They go up. Spoil. And over the back. And through for one behind. Bushrangers peppering now. Two behinds. Trail the Rebels 2-1-13 on the NG scoreboard. 8.5 minutes on the Technica time clock.
It was a wobbly kick back into play for the Rebels, but it worked out okay. They get it to Lloyd, takes it half-back flank outer side, kicks the ball towards the centre wing, bouncing ball out there in front of Antono. It's on the deck, scooped up there by Langlands. Flicks the handball backwards to Bruce, half-back flank outer side for the Bushrangers. His kick is perfect to the centre wing. Walker takes the mark. Underneath the NG scoreboard that reads 2-1-13, the Rebels, two behinds. The Bushrangers. High ball towards the flank. Johnston came across. Was there a block? A free kick going the way of the Bushrangers.
Off the ball, holding.
And they'll send it inside attacking 50. To a contest. Comes off hands. Rebels front spot through Lohman, but they've turned it over. Shot on goal there from Bond. Bounces. The Rebels are able to get away. It went out of play before the kick, though. So we'll get a boundary throw in. Deep inside attacking 50 for the Bushrangers, approaching the 10-minute mark on the Technica time clock.
They're starting to play the game in their half of the ground now, but just not been able to put a major on the board.
Not at all. So we have a boundary throw in, about 20 metres around from the Bushrangers goal. Rebels started very quickly, but the Bushrangers have got themselves back in the game. Throw in, nice high one. Ruckman go at it. Tap forward, collecting that time was Bond. His hands straight to Rebels. Rebels clear. 3-on-1 here. You think the Bushrangers will win, make it 4-on-1. Finally gets cleared out wide here. We've got Richards. Richards plays on, gets inside 50, looks up, great pass. Finds his man in between centre half forward and full forward. Good vision there by Richards. Could have blazed away. And we've got Matthew Walker. He's going to have a shot at goal directly in front from about 25, 30 metres out. Crooksy.
That was set up by a sweeping handball from Nathan Oakes, a left-hand handball which would have gone, I'd say, 20, 25 metres and hit a target. Just gives that player the time to set up this shot on goal.
And Walker straight over the goal umpire's head. Didn't have to move. Great goal there for the Bushrangers. They started to get back into the game now. They move on to 1-8, but they trail the Rebels 2-1-13 on the NG scoreboard. We've just ticked over the 11-minute mark on the Technica time clock.
After dominating the first 7 minutes of play, the Rebels, the Bushrangers have in turn dominated the last 4 minutes of play and eventually got reward for effort with a lovely mark and kick for goal by Matthew Walker.
So back underway in the middle. Ruckman go at it, tapped down by Daniel Johnston. Ball just bobbling around in the middle. Bushrangers will get the clearance. Handball was flicked back to Donaghy, who got it further afield to Oakes. Goes inside attacking 50 with the kick. Oh, the punch when he probably should have marked there. The Rebels defender on the deck. Opportunity here. Handball flicked out from Wilson. Bushrangers can't get a clean disposal. Away forward pocket out of side. And there will be a free kick going the way of the Bushrangers.
Bit of front end contact there.
And it's Matt Walker again that has it. 45-degree angle. Make that about 30 metres out.
Young Bond for the Rangers. Bushrangers very influential at this stage. Very dangerous.
Walker comes in. Right foot kick on its way. And
just missed.
Yeah, just across the face. Minor score. So the Bushrangers, they move to 1-3-9. Rebels 2-1-13 on the NG scoreboard.
Kicked out by the Rebels. Just holding there. Going to look up the line, play the percentages. So it's a 2-on-1 contest. The two win out at the moment, but good play there that time by Essen Wangja, I think, or Wagner. And they're able to clear, taken by Dodd. Dodd plays on, he turns around, he looks for his man in Johnston. Jordan Johnson turns around, plays on, goes inside 50. Little nudge there. Over the back, it's the Rebels. They collect, quick hands. Good handball, snap it, goal. Is it going to bounce through? No, bounced the wrong way. I think that was Keegan Gray. Once again, he's going to be a dangerous player today. Just the behind. They move on to 2-2-14, 1-3-9. The Bushrangers on the NG scoreboard.
Ball comes wide from the kick in. Rebels are able to soccer it back inside his attacking 50. Didn't work out great. Clark was in the right spot. Eventually they get a kick out to Wilson. Half-back flank broadcast side. He flicks the handball inboard to Lane. Wheels around on the left. Kicks it towards centre wing broadcast side. The fend off there given from Walker. Got the handball across to Hicks. He goes towards the half-forward flank broadcast side. Langlands takes it on the half volley. Runs inside attacking 50 and will put it through.
AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender.
Definitely was, and that was Dalton Langlands grabbing the ball. Crooksy, that was fantastic. Took him on, took his man on, said, you won't catch me. Steadied and scored.
Backed himself in to do it. Langlands from North Albury. A long way from there this afternoon.
Great name too. It's a movie star name if I've ever heard one. Beautiful work there, and for the punters playing at home and wanting to learn about the game, run straight at the target, kick straight. Works every time, Gabe.
It definitely does. At the tap down, that time by the Rebels, but sharked by the Bushrangers. But we've got a bit of congestion here. We're going to get it out. No, we're going to get another bounce in the middle. So, great start at the moment. Murray leading 2-3 to 2-2 on the NG scoreboard. Tapped out that time by the Rebels, but sharked by the Bushrangers. They sweep out, looking to get on it is Wilson. Can he get it collected? No, this time it's Bond. He handballs, but to no one in particular. Can the Rebels make them pay? They collect. Oh, poor hands. Domich tried to collect. He's finally got it. Quick hands. Over the top. The ball in dispute. They're fighting hard, both sides. There was a slide tackle. We had the Champions League final this morning. And finally, the Bushrangers can clear. Taken this time by Donaghy. Donaghy goes over the top. He finds his man in Walker. Well done, kicks inside, just went a bit too far. Collected that time by McRoberts, hands it off. Oh, good tackling, poor hands. Oh dear, collected fine, very frenetic. Collecting at that time's Bishop. He quickly finds a handball, finally gets out to Appleby. Can he settle it? Nice little kick, finds a man inside, settles a play down, Domich. He goes inside to centre forward, dropping the mark, spent it. Finally gets to Antonio. Antonio to the square, Shepherd. Touched on the line. Good work there by Kaczynski. Saved the day.
Good work by you, Gabe.
Now I can have a breath.
Bushrangers send it straight down the corridor. And the mark will be taken here by Hicks. Kicks it out wide to the flank. Bushrangers trying to hit up targets, and they're doing that okay. Barson takes the mark. Comes inboard with the kick to Jones. Defensive side of the outer wing for the Bushrangers. He goes long with the kick. Good, strong mark taken there by Garoni. Garoni takes the mark. He goes towards centre half forward. Pack flies, front spot Domick, couldn't bring it in. Bushrangers with the numbers around. They flick the handball backwards, centre half forward. Long ball inside attacking 50. No one could take the mark. On the deck in dispute. Taru flick the handball out. They're in trouble here, the Rebels, under enormous pressure. Just get a scrubby kick away out of the pack. Hicks following it up, but there'll be a shot on goal there from Garoni, and he puts it through for his first of the afternoon. And the Bushrangers move to 3-3-21. The Rebels 2-2-14 on the NG scoreboard. 17 and a half gone on the Technica time clock.
Down on the ground, Rick.
Yes, Crooksy. A lot of activity on the interchange bench in this first quarter. They've been changing them quite a lot, and the Murray Bushrangers lads have been up on their toes, ready to go for any interchange throughout the quarter.
So in the ruck, we've got a short ruckman here for the Rebels. Essen Wenger, he's only 192 centimetres. He's up against Johnston. Johnson gets a tap out. Bushrangers are able to shark it. Finally it comes to Johnson. Long kick, deep forward. Pressure's on the Rebels. Goes over the top. Good hands there, but well done there by the Rebels, able to clear it through. This time Carlin. Carlin, chip kick, finds his man. Half back. They're able to kick over the top to centre wing, looking for a man. Good spoil over the top that time by, I think it was Langlands, a goal kicker. Was able to spoil that over the back. And we're going to have a throw in just on the forward side of centre wing for the Bushrangers. They lead by 7 points. Hurled back in. Johnson and Essenwanger. Over the back. Bushrangers, can they collect? No. Good work there by Matty Lloyd. Just able to block it up. The Rebels should be able to clear now. Out wide. Finding a teammate. Now over the top. Good play. Elliot Lamb plays on. Goes inside 50. Man in front. And once again, we find Tyler Watts playing in front. Great kick that time by Elliot Lamb.
Some things in football never change, Gabe, and if you can have a guy just stream forward with plenty of space, good hands, and just lead straight up the ground, shortest way home.
Make the forward come to you.
High percentage play.
So Tyler Watts is going to kick straight in front. He's got a pretty long run up here. He's only 20 metres, 25 metres out, but he starts at the 50-metre arc. He comes in, the big man, kicks, and straight over the goal umpire's head. That's 2 goals to Watts. We've got a bit of a contest here. Murray Bushrangers lead 3-3-21. The Rebels are 3-2-20 on the NG scoreboard, and we're just about to tick to the 20-minute mark of this, the first quarter.
Very tight, interesting game, going in waves, both teams dominating certain periods of the game. Hard. No, it's a bit like the first game. Hard to sort of go one way or the other with these two.
Yeah. And you mentioned that Essen Wanger, a short ruckman for the Rebels. No Lloyd Meek in the side this week. The Greater Western Victoria Rebels. The kick was poor from them out of the middle. The Nagy gets it further afield, and they've got a bit of run through the middle to the Bushrangers. They stream just inside, attacking 50. There'll be a mark in the goal square. And
have a shot.
In fact, it was just outside. He's going to be brought around on a tight angle. Not entirely confident.
Who is this?
Jesse Wilson.
Jesse Wilson.
Yep. So Jesse Wilson.
Oh, what the?
Comes
that was
around.
Casual, but he's got it.
Yeah. Did the job. Jesse Wilson gets his first for the afternoon, and a nice little buffer now for the Bushrangers as we approach quarter time. They'll move to 4-3-27. The Rebels 3-2-20 on the NG scoreboard. 21 gone on the Technica time clock.
If we can open up a new sponsor with a casual goal of the day, boys, Jesse would take that prize very easily.
I thought he was running around to have a snap on the right, and he's just come up and taken like a 2-step left foot banana. So, in the ruck, this time we're going to have, is that Kelly for the Bushrangers up against Essen Wanger. Winning it is Kelly, but we've heard a whistle. What have we got here?
Free kick.
Free kick. I don't know.
Encroachment.
Is it encroachment, is it? Okay, so normally the ruckman would take that free kick, but not sure. But anyway, the Bushrangers through Jones. Harrison Jones will kick deep into the forward line, playing in front. Oh, that's a mark! Oh, footy prophet, mark of the day. Contender, and that was, I think, is that Barzen?
Zane Barzen.
He's got the name. Barzen went up high, he parried it down and took it. Oh, classic mark, that one. And he's going to have a shot at goal. Finish it off, son. Double play here. He's going to have a shot at goal almost directly in front. He'll kick from about 40 metres. He crosses a 50. Little steps. Bang. Goal. Oh, no, touched. Good work on the man on the mark there. Oh, dear. What a climax. In the end, only one behind. 4-4 to 3-2 on the NG scoreboard. Almost 23 minutes gone on the Technica time clock.
Applebury kicked it to himself, brings the ball back into play, comes to the broadcast side. 2-on-1 in favour of the Bushrangers. Handball flicked backwards to Wallace. They go to the top of the 50. Did it go the distance? It did.
Barson again.
Barson wheels around on the right. In fact, he goes towards the centre half forward area and turns it over. Rebels take the mark. Free man out in space here. Gray. Gray takes the bounce. Centre wing out of side for the Rebels. He sends the ball inside attacking 50. No mark taken. On the deck. Tackled there, Beasley. It spills out the pack. Bushrangers under a bit of pressure in defence. They work it back to Beasley. They get it to the half-back flank out of side. And a pinpoint kick.
No,
it's up Bond. No. They've turned it over and the Rebels go back inside attacking 50 just.
Gove, it might be.
Yeah, Gove flicked off the handball. There's a shot on goal. Going to land in the goal square.
Oh,
and a mark.
Essenwanger.
Lucas Essenwanger. 192 centimetres. He's going to be brought around on a tight angle. He does it, no dramas. So Essenwanger gets his first of the game, and the Rebels, the scoreboard just ticking around. I think they're 4-2-26, the Bushrangers 4-4-28, 24 gone.
Yeah, boys, Tom Berry spent a couple of times on the sidelines here, but he looks fine, but I just thought he would have been in a lot more of the action so far, but been off the ground for a bit this first quarter.
Brother of Jared Berry, drafted to the Brisbane Lions. He needed every centimetre of that 192 there, Essenwanger, just to tippy-toe over the top.
So
a very strong mark.
Watts in the ruck against, that time, Kelly. Taken by the Bushrangers. They try to clear it. It finally goes out to Bond. He kicks the centre forward, Spoil. It's all Bushranger a bit high. That was a coat hanger. And we'll have a free kick to the Bushrangers. Let's see who's going to take this here. Turn around, young man. Give me a hand. Anyway, Bushrangers kick. I think in the end, good contest, and it goes down. And the Bushrangers take the slender lead at quarter time. They are 4-4-28 to the Greater Western Victorian Rebels 4-2-26 on the NG scoreboard. And Crooksy, goal kickers, please.
Well, I can give you the Rebels, 2 to Tyler Watts, 1 to Lucas Essenwanger, and 1 to Flynn Appleby. And for the Murray Bushrangers, I'm just missing one, but 1 to Matthew Walker.
Yep.
1 to Hudson Garoni, 1 to Jesse Wilson.
And 1 to Langlands.
And that was only the goal. I wrote down goal of the day. I didn't write down the goal. Entertaining game here at Rams Arena. Hard to pick a winner. We'll be back on the other side of this. Rick will be out in the middle of the ground talking to one of the talent managers. You're on TAC Cup Radio.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He has slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au. Like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro, orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy, and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Rams Arena, just an adjustment to the score. It's 4-4-28 the Bushies, the Rebels are 4-3-27, and down on the ground for footyprofit.com.au is Rick Morris.
Yeah, boys, just having a look at the coaches and listening. The midfielding, the players around that midfield, the focus was on no separation from their opponent. So they had to be really close in the second quarter off the centre square because they want to be first into that contest and create the opportunity from there. Jared Fitzgerald talked about the two main marks they took up forward there. The Bushies were deep in the goal square area and they just didn't have enough guys dropping back to create the spoil. So they're going to focus around that in the second quarter.
No worries. Do you want to grab Pardo just on the edge of the pack there? Pardo's never shy for a word. As he comes, Phil Partington, talent manager of the Rebels.
Crooksy, I'm with Phil Partington. Phil, fairly pleasing effort in that first quarter.
Yeah, we started off fairly well, and Bushies are a good team as well. So defensive pressure, we need to work that out a bit better. I think we're good with our offensive running, but our defensive running at the moment needs a bit of work.
Tommy Berry was on the sidelines for a little bit. Nothing to report there?
No, nothing. Just a rotation with Tommy, so he's coming back with a knee injury, so monitoring his game on time.
All right. So you think it's set up to make a play at half time?
Oh, I think it's going to be a great game all day. Beautiful conditions of Crazy Burn, so we'll see how we go.
Fantastic, Phil. Thanks for taking the time out.
Crazy Burn. Who's the mayor of Crazy Burn? Ian Kite, as far as I'm concerned. Gabe and Matt, what do you make of all that?
It was an even contest. I think Rebels came out pretty quickly, early, and Bushrangers just got a bit of ascendancy through the midfield. But at this stage, I think weight of numbers say that the Bushrangers have had the ball a little bit more, I think, Matt, than the Rebels. But the Rebels, when they go forward, they've had Tyler Watts, especially being a big focal point. But 3 of the 4 goals have come from the big guys, with Essen Wanger also scoring.
Yeah, they seem to be interchanging in the ruck, don't they? Essen Wanger and Watts providing that option up forward for the Rebels. And you're right, I think after the first 5 or 6 minutes of the term, the Bushrangers were able to get back the momentum that started with the Rebels, and we're able to move it a bit cleanly. But it's certainly an arm wrestle. Both sides are in it up to their necks, which is fantastic. As we heard Pardo just say, it's a great day of football. Breeze just starting to pick up a little bit, but nothing that I think will influence the game, which is a bit weird out here at Rams Arena.
It's usually pretty windy, isn't it?
We've been blessed the last 4 or 5 times we've been here.
Bushrangers is still in the huddle. I'm not sure. Did someone keep up time? Because everyone's ready to go. The single siren usually means time to start playing. So, and yeah, quite interesting.
Be interesting to hear what the message was, because as we've just both said, they had a lot of the footy, but they probably didn't convert as much as they would have liked. They had 8 scoring shots to 7.
Yeah, I think the transition, from, say, centre of ground into the forward line was a bit haphazard, maybe. A bit sort of, whereas I think the Rebels, when they were going in and looking very, very dangerous. If not getting the mark, they were always there with a chance with the ground level ball. So,
all right, second quarter action. Earlier today, the Cannons came from 18 points down at three-quarter time to defeat the Knights by 17. And now we're at second quarter of the second match, and it is the Murray Bushrangers by 1 point over the Rebels. Take it away, Gabo.
Centre bounce, punched away that time by Kelly, but Watts was able to get it and cleared by Matty Lloyd. Kicks it forward, collected there this time, turning around his Gove. Gove goes into the middle, almost the mark, Esenwanger. Who's going to collect? Who's running back? Off the ground, out of bounds. Good play there. Able to get the clearance. Cully got the tap out, but the Rebels with a clear possession. And now we're going to have a boundary throw in next to the behind post. So, what have we got here? We've now got Esenwanger and Cully to go up in the ruck. Boundary throw in next to the behind post. Tapped down by Esenwanger. Got a lot of players around the ball. The Rebels are going to look like to get clear. Oh, in the back, is it? Well, a little stiff there. What do we got? We've got a whistle on play and a free kick to the Rebels. Pressure relieved. They play on from the free kick call. Runs a long way. The handball not great. Sold his man into trouble. Good pressure there by the Rebels. They get it clear out to the flank, but a little bit of maybe still half asleep in that quarter time huddle there. A couple of fumbles. We've got a boundary throw in. This time at the vertex, Crooksy, where the 50 meets the boundary line. Throw in. Cully and Esenwanger. Cully gets a front spot. Tap down. Not one in to anyone in particular. Collecting it. And we've got a throw. Good call, umpire. Play on. Advantage. Rebels kick. Top of the square. Oh, good defending. Played in front. Oh, trying to kick it off the ground, the Rebels. But the Bushrangers are able to clear with a nice steady kick to half-back.
And that was from Langlands. He gets it to his teammate just inside defensive 50 on the outer side. They go towards the wing position. Fist applied by the Rebels. Oh, it was stolen out of the hands there of Bishop, and the Bushrangers push it towards the half-forward flank outer side. Underneath the shadows of the trees, it rolls over the boundary line and out of play. We'll throw it in. Half-forward flank outer side. It is the Rebels 4-3-27, Bushrangers 4-4-28. No score added to the quarter time score at this stage on the NG scoreboard. Bushrangers, ball bobbling around, half forward area. Again, they fumble it. It's inside attacking 50. Rebels trying to apply the pressure. Good spoil there from Lamb. Bushrangers just can't get an effective disposal away, and then a kick goes out on the full. A free kick will go the way of Taror. Back pocket out of side for the Rebels.
Brother of tenacious Tommy Taroo.
Tommy Taroo, he kicks to defensive 50. They go up, the pack flies. Bushrangers are able to get the first kick, top of the square, dangerous play. We've heard a whistle. And I think we're going to have a holding decision here, and it might go to Oakes. Nathan Oakes, is it?
Johnson, I think.
Or was it Johnson? They had some tall timber down there, and I think under pressure, Johnson from 2 metres out, straight over the goal umpire's head. First blood to Murray Bushrangers. They move on to 5-4-34 to the Greater Western Victorian Rebels 4-3-27 on the NG scoreboard. We've gone almost 4 minutes on the Technica time clock. Rick, where do we find you?
No, he's just leaning in the sunshine there. It's a bit hard. We do have some earpiece difficulties today.
Yeah.
For the man on the boundary.
Nice down there. They're in the sun, though. He's enjoying it. Ball back underway in the middle. Big fist applied there from Kelly. Not effective, though, or now it will be. Kick inside, attacking 50 for the Bushrangers. Into a bit of space. Bouncer over the head of Johnston. And then seeing it
out on the full.
Yeah, Henson came off his boot. So the Bushrangers to get the kick, and it will be Daniel Johnston again. Kicked the opening goal of this second term.
Snap over the right shoulder.
Comes in, that's what he does, but it's straight across the face, and it's going to go out on the full in the opposite pocket. So the Bushrangers will get a free kick. Dale Cox looks like he'll take it. Just being brought back around on the mark. Dale Cox goes short. Mark is taken by Henson. Henson switches it to the back pocket on the outer side. And the Rebels just hitting up targets. Cox got knocked out of his hands there from Wilson. And it's pushed towards the boundary line and it goes out of play. We'll throw it in. Half forward flank outer side for the Bushrangers. They lead 5-4-34. The Rebels 4-3-27 on the NG scoreboard. 5 gone in the second term. As the umpire hurls it back into play. Watts got a fist down. Bushrangers, though, inside 50. Wobbly handball away and a scrappy kick towards the top of the square. Cox ran past it. Opportunity for Bruce. Ball bobbling around.
Good tackle.
Good pressure applied from the Rebels, but there's a shot on goal that goes out on the full.
A little bit lucky there, the Rebels.
Yeah, I think
they just put the ball back in play rather than not play the percentages and kill it.
Yeah,
there wasn't any purpose.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, that's probably a good way of putting it. They're not killing it off. They're not making sure they're collecting the ball. But anyway, we have the free kick to the Rebels. Back pocket, might as well come down the line. That's what he does. Up high, it's all Bushrangers, and it's Johnston again. He's having a great start. 50 metres.
Can I say, excellent call, umpire. Excellent call in that. There's a lot of this just, I'm not really holding him up when I'm holding him up stuff.
Yeah, I think...
Get out of the guy took the mark, get out of his way.
Yeah, Scotty Thompson, the Kangaroos, likes doing that sort of stuff. But
Might have done it a few times last night and given away 52, I think, from memory.
But Daniel Johnson's having a great start to the quarter. He's kicked a goal. He's about to, you think, get his second. He comes in and straight over the goal umpire's head. Great start for the Bushrangers in this first quarter. They move on to 6-4-40 and they lead the Rebels 4-3-27 on the NG scoreboard. We've gone 7 minutes in this second quarter, and Rick, it could be a little bit of panic stations here. They're just getting a little margin.
Yeah, they're just sneaking out to a bit of a margin, and they look the better team at the moment, but we'll wait and see at half-time. But they're just starting to get that upper hand at the moment, the Bushrangers.
Daniel Johnson from Baruga, in imposing sight, 196 and 99 kilos.
And he got the tap out that time around too. That's all Bushrangers, Rebels. Domick goes towards Lloyd on the outer wing, can't control the footy. Opportunity here for the Bushrangers, but there was
in danger.
Yeah, kick in danger, free kicked. Will go the way of Bice, defensive side of the outer wing for the Bushrangers. He'll chip it short. Mark taken out there by Bruce. Bruce looks to come back inboard with the kick. Richards takes the mark. Just possession footy at the moment from the Bushrangers. Centre wing outer side. Called to play on now.
Oh, Damfield, no.
Pack comes together. Bushrangers with the numbers. Henson trying to weave his way through traffic. And they'll get it to Watts. He's at centre half back. And he'll go back towards the outer side. Mark taken out there by Lamb. He'll put it over the top. Player in space for the Rebels. Another chip kick, dangerous, coming across Richards, couldn't complete the mark. Rebels still with the footy. They pop it up inside, attacking 50, getting back though Wilson for the Bushrangers. He flicks it towards this broadcast side. Good grab there taken by Barzan. Flicked off the handball immediately to Wilson, who sends it towards centre wing broadcast side. And just taking the mark there was Bond. He goes towards centre half forward, and running black there was Bruce. And he takes the mark just outside attacking 50. Has a lead on short. And almost mark not taken. Front and centre will be holding the ball. No. Umpire says play on. Shot on goal from Lane goes through. And there's a couple of players sore from that passage of play. Lane gets his first, and the Bushrangers have a comfortable lead of 19 points. 7-4-46 to 4-3-27 on the NG scoreboard. 9.5 gone, second term on the Technica time clock.
Not quite halfway through this second quarter, and it has been a 3-0 second quarter for the Murray Bushrangers, with the game basically being played in their half of the ground.
Got to be a lot more direct here at Craigiebird, and I think the Rebels are going a bit too wide going forward. Punched away by the Bushrangers. They're able to get it clear. Handball over the top. Chasing after it. Looks like, good play there. That time it was Richards. They're able to get it clear, but no, slipping over at the wrong time. That time was Boyd. He comes back and creates a contest, and he finally ends up handball out and a nice steadying kick. Good play there. Wallace, Isaac Wallace, kicks over the top a bit too hard, and collecting that time is Lohman. Our boy Jacob Lohman goes out wide, finds his teammate in Lamb. Lamb under pressure, good tackle. That time was Wilson.
Hold, he was being held.
Oh, a bit too long. So, Elliot Lamb looks up the line, looks for his man and finds him. Good mark that time by Hobbs. Hobbs right at the interchange gate. Forward of centre wing, goes to the offensive 50. A lot of Bushrangers there taken by the Rebels, but the handball indiscriminate, and finally the Bushrangers should be able to clear though. Good pressure. Johnson's been everywhere this quarter. He kicks out wide, falls a bit short. Collecting at that time's Cox. He's been all right. Handball's over the top to Domich. Domich goes towards the middle. Finally gets to Lamb. Lamb, he goes back to Appleby. Oh, jeez. Holding the man, lucky there.
Luck's a fortune.
Very lucky. Appleby at centre half forward. He kicks up, looks for his man. They go up, good punch there. The Bushrangers able to collect. This time blind turn Langlands. He goes over the top, and Bushrangers are able to clear to the wing.
And good fist there applied by the Rebels there. That was Jordan Johnston. Ball bobbling around, half forward flank, outer side for the Rebels. Spills out the back of the pack, a series of handballs, and they'll get a kick inside 50. No, they just hang on to it a little longer. Appleby drew the man, but they've turned it over. Bushrangers, wobbly kick, and Jordan Johnston puts it into the opposite pocket. Bushrangers getting back in defence. Will put it towards the half-back flank, but it will be turned over. Mark taken here by Gove. He had 80 from home, came off the side of the boot, but was okay to his teammate there. And by Dame, he gets it further afield to McRoberts. McRoberts, a flying shot on goal, puts it through.
Great goal, Crooksy.
That is an AFL Draft Central Goal of the Day contender. Nash McRoberts from Stawell, he is.
Good old Stawell, the gift.
Stawell gift.
Yeah, and the Murray Bushrangers lead, however, 7-4-46. The Rebels just get one back, stem the flow a little bit. They move on to 5-3-33 on the NG scoreboard. Almost 13 minutes into this second quarter, and timely goal, wasn't it, Crooksy?
They needed to, I agree with you, Gabe, they needed to stem the flow a little bit there, and let's just see if they can get 2 in a row.
Tapped out that time by Essenwanger. The Rebels try to clear it. They get possession. They finally get through. Quick kick to centre half forward. But it's going to be the Bushrangers. Collecting at that time is Wallace. Is he able to clear? No, he fumbles it. Finally, a series of handballs. And now the Rebels for 2 in a row. They've got it. They're back in the game. I think it was Matty Lloyd, your boy Crooksy.
I've done that in a Texnicolor, not a biro, that one. Love seeing Matty Lloyd swing around and kick a goal any day of the week.
Just needs a bit of red on his jumper, doesn't he?
He needs a bit of red.
And the number 18.
And to throw a bit of grass up before he did it. That's what I was just saying before, to get 2 in a row. A bit like the Cannons in the first game, you know, got out to a 3-goal break and just got those 2 quick goals, and it just throws the game straight back open. 6-3, 39 to 7-4, 46, 14 minutes into the second quarter.
Kelly got the tap down, but again, the clearance will go the way of the Rebels. Mick Roberts, long ball inside, attacking 50, getting back. Kazitsky takes the mark, goes towards the half-back flank on the outer side, goes over the top of the contest. On the ground, Lloyd, he went to ground. Opens an opportunity for the Bushrangers. Ball being pressured towards the boundary line outer side. It's kept in play. Handball backwards to Lamb. A chip kick inside attacking 50 is good. And a mark is taken there by Bidmaid. Hoping that's how you pronounce it. Bidmaid.
Bidmaid, yeah.
Goes towards Lamb. Elliot Lamb takes it directly in front. 40 metres out from goal.
Crooksy, that's a no-no, isn't it? When you're inside 50 and you can get a pass to a teammate a little closer and straighter in front.
It is. Leon Higgins would not be happy with his defence.
As Lamb comes in, and they've turned the tide here, the Rebels. Lamb gets his first for the game at the 15-minute mark on the Technica time clock, and it's back to a 1-point margin. 7-4-46 the Bushrangers. The Rebels have had 3 goals in the last 5 minutes. They moved to 7-3-45 on the NG scoreboard. Rick.
Both these teams missing some of their favoured players, Jordan Butts and also Wellings for North Ballarat due to duties, of course, country duties. But it's interesting, some people are stepping up. There's a couple that have caught my eye that I'll touch on later.
And the tap out that time went to Essenwanger, but the Bushrangers are able to clear, kick it inside 50. Good little tap there, the Bushrangers. Are they able to collect? No. Good work by the Rebels defence. They work well. A series of handballs finally gets it out. Now go out to centre wing, but no one really there leading in the race to the ball this time. Other Bushrangers collected this time by Donahue. He kicks up and he finds a man. This time it's Harrison Jones. Jones in front of us here at centre wing. Goes inboard. Not a bad kick. Good play. Handball off. Taken this time by Beasley. Beasley kicks but was tackled at the same time. The Rebels are able to propel the attack. On the rebound, the Rebels this time through Berry. Berry, 1-2. Looks up. Looks for a man. Oh, good mark. Fended off his opponent and was able to parry and take the mark. Great work and
set up game by Schneering and Berry there that worked really well in tight, fast situations. They had to
the 1-2.
The 1-2 had to be precise. They had to handball through small gaps, and they both hit their target on stride. And now this kid can play, Jordan Johnson from North Ballarat.
He sure can, and he's going to have a shot at goal on a little angle. He's going to kick from about 40 metres out. He crosses the 50. Nice, slow, deliberate run up. He gets a bit of momentum. He comes in to get the lead. No.
Give him a rap.
Started right and stayed right, but we've got level scores. Now here we've got 7-4, 46 apiece on the NG scoreboard. We've gone a tick over 17 minutes on the Technica time clock. Game on.
It is, as the Bushrangers sell a bit of candy to get it out of defence. Looks like it's Beasley who pops it up. Long ball, comes off hands. Bushrangers with the numbers. Lane in front spot. Gets brought to ground. Umpire waved the arms in play on, and it's eventually seen over the boundary line. The tackle there applied by Thomas Berry.
Should have been holding the ball.
Should have been rewarded for it. Attacking side of the broadcast wing for the Rebels. Scores a level. 7-4-46 apiece. Donaghy gets the kick away. The teammates collide for the Bushrangers directly in front of us. Lane able to get it further afield, comes off hands. McRoberts coming through, feeds the handball across to Carlin. Carlin got it to Gove, who sends it into the middle for the Rebels, and a mark will be taken. In the middle there by Antonio. He goes towards the half-forward flank, outer side. Scott.
Good hands.
Feeds the handball back inboard. They get it to Domick. Inside attacking 50. Domick, an open goal square, but didn't need it because it sailed over the top of the goal umpire's hat. And Aidan Domick gets his first. And the Rebels back in front at Rams Arena. 8-4-52 plays 7-4-46 on the NG scoreboard. 18 and a half gone in the second term on the Technica time clock.
That the handball inboard rather than kept going out changed the whole complex of that setup.
It definitely did, didn't it, Crooksy? And you wouldn't have picked this 8 minutes ago.
No, you would not. Similar to the first quarter where the Rebels had the start of the quarter, the Bushrangers come back. It's reverso bizarro world in a second.
Yeah, exactly right. Cully with the tap out, but Berry was able to eventually get it. He kicks out very wide out to centre wing to the NG scoreboard side. Collecting at that time is Dodd. He turns around. He's about to be tackled. He gets a kick. A bit of a up and under job, but finally the Bushrangers are able to clear. They get it out to the wing. Taking it, I think it was Bice. Goes inboard, looking for a man. Good defence there by the Rebels. Now able to clear this time through Cox. Cox to the goal kicker, Domich. Domich goes inboard and they'll settle that down. The Bushrangers. This time it's through Scott. Scott goes out wide. Oh, great contest. Good to see. They all get up. Finally, the Bushrangers are able to clear. This time through Hicks. Hicks goes inboard, finds Cully. Cully looking for a run. He finds that. Hands off. Look at this. All Bushrangers and a chip over. Nice kick. Good vision. Taking the mark. Bushrangers, they're going to go out wide. One-on-one in a square. Johnson. Oh, too big. Too big. He's a brute down there. They don't have a player in defence there. He had Taru on him. Taru's only 188 centimetres and 91 kilos. But Johnson's just the man mountain, and he comes in and then, ooh, I think he's just got a goal. But that's 3 goals for the quarter to Daniel Johnson, and he had that shot from the boundary that missed everything as well. So been an influential player, and I think it's worked now. I think they've got the combo right, Crooksy, with Kelly in the ruck.
I think they have. Poor old Jackson True, he's giving away about 10 centimetres and 10 kilos. Not an easy task, and Johnson was just able to just push him out the way, basically, and just lean over the top and take the mark on his Mae West.
For sure. So we have 8-4-52, each of 2 on the NG scoreboard.
And the Bushrangers will get the clearing kick through Kelly. Ball at centre half forward.
Oh!
Massive hit there from Oakes, but they all get up okay. That was on Cox. Bushrangers still at centre half forward. The handball intercepted by Lamb. He sends the ball towards the outer wing. Domick has space to run onto it. Flicks the handball over the top to Carlin. Carlin goes towards the half forward flank outer side. Punched out of the hands of Johnston. It's on the deck in dispute. Picked up by Domick. Kick over the top in towards the pocket for the Rebels. Close to the boundary line. It stays in play. A wobbly kick. Drifts over just before the behind post. Will throw it in.
Run there. He was the one that kicked it to the forward line, and he was there in 2 seconds.
Took the words out of my mouth, Gabe.
Well, that's good running.
And just to quote the Beatles, Gabe.
Yep.
Here comes the sun.
Here I've been leaning forward trying to get some. Boundary throw in, inside 50 for the Rebels. Want to keep it in there. Bushrangers, Kelly's able to collect quick hands. They want to get it out, and they finally will. The Bushrangers, they go back inside. Chain of handballs, finally gets it out to centre wing towards the NG scoreboard end. But I think they may have crossed the boundary line there. That's the furthest point away for us. So it's a bit hard to see, but we'll have a boundary throw in at about the 60 metres out from the Rebels' goal. It's not bad play, actually, those chain of handballs to get it out of defence, but I think they just kept going too wide. So we've got Essenwanger against Kelly. Kelly gets a tap out, running onto it. I think this might be Isaac Wallace on his left foot. He goes out very wide, and I think it's going to cross. And we're going to have a boundary throw in the same spot, but this time the Bushrangers end of the field. On the NG scoreboard, we've got 8-4-52, both teams. We've gone 23 minutes on the Technica time clock.
As the ball to be brought back into play. Half forward flank area for the Bushrangers. was their term early. Rebels have come back. Kelly got the tap down. Weaving through traffic there was Bice. Got the handball back inboard in traffic is Don Aggie. He goes inside attacking 50 with the kick. Cut off by Appleby.
Off to the races here.
They are. If they can take the mark cleanly, they do. It's Matty Lloyd through the middle for the Rebels. It's a low kick towards the 50. Went through everyone. Out the back is Clark. He sends the ball back to the broadcast side, and the mark will be taken here by Wilson. Wrong option, I think, in the end. It's put him under pressure at half-back and ends up back in the hands of Wilson. He'll go around his body. In fact, that was Langlands that got the kick away towards the half-forward flank.
He's not a bad mark, he's Barzan.
Sticky fingers.
But Barzan takes the mark. Just outside attacking 50 broadcast side. Got punched out of his hands by Taru. It's on the deck.
Front
Cox. Again involved. A nice little one through the contest there. Angus Hicks.
Now,
describe that, Crooksy. What happened?
Well, there was a pack of players that we were still feeling the effects of Cedric's his brother, Dale Cox's bump, and there was a pack of players, and Angus Hicks just being that sneaky little forward pocket, which I love.
Yes.
Just saw a gap about 18 inches wide and kicked the ball through 3 players to get a goal.
Through the eye of the needle, that one.
9-4-58 on the NG scoreboard, 8-4-52 the Rebels, 25 minutes in on the Technica time clock, Gabo.
Yeah, so the Rebel, coat hanger there, not a free kick, might have been up high in the chest. Finally the Bushrangers are able to clear. Going up that time, Wilson couldn't take the mark, but he collects the ball, quick hands, finally gets out wide. Looks like it might be Clark. He goes inside 50, but the kick was not well directed, and we're going to have a boundary throw in about 35 metres away from the Bushrangers goal. The Rebels got in front, but to Murray's credit, they've fought back, kicked the last 2. It's been a very much ebb and flow sort of game today. It's boundary throw in. Johnson able to tap it out the back. The Rebels get in front, try to take the mark, quick hands, but it's all Bushrangers. Comes out, handball. They don't want to rush it through for a behind. Chain of handballs, gets it to defensive 50 with a kick, but it's all Bushrangers. About 6 on 1 here. Finally taking it this time is Langlands. Langlands kicks to the top of the square. Hicks is the only player for the Bushrangers up against 3.
Shortest bloke there.
Yeah, and it's punched through for 1 behind. Murray move on to 9-5-59. The Rebels 8-4-52 on the NG scoreboard.
Lloyd brings it back into play, but it was risky. Johnston came across, cut it off, got it to Hicks. Hicks around the body, it's offline and out on the full. Free kick will go the way of the Rebels. In the back pocket out of side, Matty Lloyd to take it. And he'll chip it short along the boundary line. Mark is taken here by Henson. Henson decides to come to the broadcast side. The leap there from Gray, couldn't bring it in. Domick applies the tackle. Bushrangers tried to get the handball away, but it was turned over. Gray over the top to Domick. Has a man on in Gove. In space, got it back to Domick. He's been good in this second term for the Rebels. Long ball towards half forward. Comes off hands. Rebels in front spot thanks to Appleby. Flick the handball out there to Lamb. Lamb gets it to the half forward flank. It's Lohman. Takes the mark, 80 from home, the kick inside attacking 50, they all went up, came off hands, good tackle applied by Carlin. Comes out the back, Bushrangers able to steady, they get a kick towards the centre wing. Hicks lets it bounce, then dished off the handball to Lane, who puts on the afterburners, takes 2 bounce, just gets out of the reach of the tackle. The siren sounds, the umpire's paid it.
Oh, no, umpire, the siren went first. Crooksy, what do you think, Crooksy, Rick?
No ball, no ball.
Oh, dearie me.
No ball, dead play.
I was going to say we're closer to the siren, but
you can hear the siren in Roxburgh Park, Gabe.
Well, that's
all seriousness.
So who have we got here having a shot at goal? I just lost.
I'm not sure who it is, but the Bushrangers, this will hurt. It is Walker, and he's kicked his second.
Wow, that's going to hurt.
The Bushrangers get a nice little buffer at half-time after they got out to about a 19-point lead halfway through that second term. They moved to 10-5-65. The Rebels 8-4-52 on the NG scoreboard.
And the goal kicker's Crooksy.
Yes, I can do that. For the Rebels, Tyler Watts has 2 and 1 apiece to Aidan Domick, Flynn Appleby, Lucas Essenwanger, Nash McRoberts, Matty Lloyd and Elliot Lamb. And for the Murray Bushrangers, 3 to Daniel Johnson, 2 to Matthew Walker and 1 apiece to Jai Lane, Hudson Garoni, Dalton Langlands, Jesse Wilson and Angus Hicks. That is a lead of 13 points going into the halftime break. We will take a break and be back on the other side of this. You are listening and looking at TAC Cup Radio Live here at Rams Arena.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au. Like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis wind cheaters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to FootyProfit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com. Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He has slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au. Like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central, proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. For all your workwear, head down to Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. High-vis long and short-sleeve work shirts, just $5. Expect to pay triple elsewhere. High-vis windsheeters in fluoro orange or yellow, just $8. Sizes all the way up to 5XL. If you mention this ad, they'll throw in a 3-pack of work socks free. Cowboys Cash and Carry, Unit 1, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown. Proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio.
The Red Time Sport iPhone app is here and ready to download. The app allows you to listen to the different sports BPM media broadcasts wherever you are in the world, including VFL and TAC Cup Radio and a whole lot more. You can interact with the commentary team in real time via the Red Time Sport iPhone app feedback and social networking buttons. Plus check out upcoming broadcasts. Catch up with the latest sports headlines from around the world via the Sports News button. The Red Time Sport iPhone app. Download it from the iTunes Store today. Visit bpmmedia.com.au for more details.
TAC Cup Radio has its own Facebook page. You can find it by searching for TAC Cup Radio. Like the page and be kept up to date with everything that's happening in this year's TAC Cup season. Have your say on any topic, including the best on ground and the players making their mark on the competition. You can also find the Twitter handles for our commentary team so you can interact during the match. They all love talking about the next thing in TAC Cup footy and you can let them know your opinion. TAC Cup Radio on Facebook. Like it now. FootyProfit.com is your go-to for everything AFL online, including some of the best under-18s coverage across Australia. The site has phantom drafts, player scout reports, predictions and expert analysis on your favourite players. Footy Profit is committed to covering the AFL draft and as a key sponsor of TAC Cup Radio provides first-class analysis and opinion. Readers are flooding to footyprofit.com to stay up to date with everything they need to know about the TAC Cup and the AFL draft. It's time you found out what all the fuss is about. Visit footyprofit.com. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Half time here at Rams Arena and the score check. Murray Bushrangers 10-5-65 to the Greater Western Victoria Rebels 8-4-52. And Gabe, we can confirm that last mark was taken after the siren.
Yes, going to our technical video guys who were able to put up...
We went to the third umpire up in the box.
Score review.
And clearly the ball was in, I wouldn't say mid-air, but hadn't touched the Bushrangers players' hands till the siren went. And we know that sound travels a little bit slower than light, but...
You do, we don't.
Well,
hang on, Rick, I'll put you on. There you go.
To my naked eye on the boundary, boys, I thought it was about half a second after.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely the siren went before the mark.
Yeah, so, but in the end, what a contest we got, Crooksy and Matt and Rick. It's ebbed and flowed. It's sort of come in chunks, with both sides being able to kick multiple goals in a row. And we thought early on it was all Rebels, and then the Bushrangers were able to claw themselves way back into the game. And then towards the end of that first quarter, the Rebels were able to come back, and we had a 1-point ball game. And then in that quarter there, it was the opposite. We had Bushrangers start well, Rebels clawed their way back. And we thought, okay, we're going to have a nice even game. But again, the Bushrangers were able to finish the quarter. So, very open game of football, very enjoyable game of football. We've had 18 goals in a half of footy. It's great conditions though. Perfect. It's great for us now, the sun's come out. But they're pretty good conditions. The ground's in perfect nick. And they're letting the players play. They're taking the game on. I reckon that's what's happening. It's probably not as much tackling as the first game. So it's nice open play, and that's why I think we're getting multiple goals and, momentum shifts and so forth, because, this is the way you want TAC Cup footy to be played. You don't, you want a little bit of tackling. There's big bumps and whatever. We've gone up. Cox has been involved in a couple of them, but, it's great footy.
It's different from the earlier game today, where that seemed to be all about that pressure, the real tackling pressure that both sides were applying, whereas, as you say, this one, it's more that frenetic pace, the go, look forward at all opportunity, or look to play on whenever you take
a risk.
Yep.
Take the risks if you have to.
And that's what it's been about. You mentioned that there's a couple of players that have really stood up for both sides, considering there's a couple on duties.
Not so much in the play itself, but a couple that really catch my eye. I like to look a bit left field, but Nathan Oakes, the left hand sweeping handball, he handballs at 20-25 metres.
He does.
Yeah,
very.
Crooksy called that in. Was that the McRoberts goal? I think?
Yep.
He's a bit like a Matty Prittis, but probably a nicer kick. With the hands, he's fantastic in close, and really opens up the play to a running player. The other one for the Rebels is. One we know about, but Aidan Dominick's just got that footballer build and got a touch of class about him, and you can just see
he runs like the
somewhere
wind.
in the
carries
system.
the ball well.
You can see him in the system, can't you? Later on.
Good decision maker too.
Yeah, definitely. But they got some players. Have the Rebels as well as the Bushrangers. We talk about Domich, but they got Keegan Gray, Tommy Berry, who look good, and McRoberts. I think I remember that when we called them early in the year, he had a really good game too, McRoberts. So they got Elliot Lamb too, seems to be goes all right as well. So
they're missing a couple that have been key components of their side in recent weeks too. Callum Wellings and Jed Hill's been a good goal scorer. And it's no secret from my mail that it's not the strongest team that they've put out on the park this year.
Well,
so,
we know where you get your mail from. I was hoping you could ask Pardo what he thought of that last goal.
I was about to.
and it doesn't help also, by the way, the ruckman, who's probably one of the class ruckmen.
Lloyd Meek, yeah, he's missing too. So you can understand why they're a bit concerned about the side they've got in with those, key components out.
But by being smaller, they've actually been able to have a lot more run. They're getting a lot of drive off half back. One thing you do notice that when they do have some open play, a bit like the Knights in the game before, when the game was open, the Rebels, like the Knights, they moved the ball quite well with players like Domich and McRoberts and Oakes and so on. The Bushrangers play more conventional football, but they've got some targets. Johnson kicked 3 goals in that quarter.
Johnson's just monstering them at the moment. If they keep kicking it up in the air to one-on-one, he's going to take it, 8 times out of 10. The other end as well, all the same, big fella Tyler Watts has created a target in that goal square, but they were able to sort of hold him out in that quarter, which was the instructions from Gerald Fitzgerald earlier.
Yeah, and look, the Bushrangers might want to throw caution to the wind and might even look at putting Cully and Johnson up forward and just get the ball deep inside the forward line and have other players like Hicks and so on at the foot of the pack. So if they're not taking him up, the big guys, you've got the little guys on the ground, being able...
Matt Walker gives them that extra strong man up there. He's only 188, but he's a strong lad and takes a good mark. So, yeah, they've got a pretty good forward set up at the moment, the Bushrangers.
And Angus Hicks is adding that extra bit of value too. Every time it goes inside 50, he's on the ground ready for the crumb. And that opportunistic goal where he threaded it through about 6 players in the goal square just goes to show that he's really valuable when you have got those marking contests.
So
we'll take a break here from Rams Arena. We'll be back on the other side of this.
Essendon captain Goddard settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun Josh Dunkley is looking good in his debut match. NG, the power behind Gippsland Power. For the past 19 seasons, NG, Loy Yang B and Hazelwood has been kicking goals with Gippsland Power as major sponsor. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power!
If you love your under-18s footy and want to know more about the future stars of the AFL, then check out AFL Draft Central. AFL Draft Central is the only AFL draft-focused website providing draft profiles, power rankings, video highlights, exclusive interviews and all the stats you need on the up-and-coming stars of the TAC Cup. To check them out, visit afldraftcentral.com.au, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at AFL Draft Central. AFL proudly supporting TAC Cup Radio. Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high for all your workwear. The Red TAC Footy Profit Nixon fight
on taccup.com.au and the Red Time Sport iPhone app. This is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Rams Arena. It is a 13-point game. Very quick interview we've got to do here. We've got Dave Smith from the Murray Bushrangers. How are you, Dave?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Very good, mate. How come you're not playing today? What's the story?
Just working my way back into the team at the moment. So, yeah, hopefully I can get back in next round. So.
All right. Now, I've heard some good mail that you're fairly quick off the mark. Is that the story?
Yeah, I'm pretty quick off the mark.
Give me what sort of numbers you're off. That's a 20-metre sprint.
Yep.
What sort of numbers did you do that in?
Well, at Bushies, just at the testing we did there, I did 2.7 as my best there, but at the TAC testing, 2.8, probably average around it out there.
2.8 might have been into the wind at the Bay one.
Yeah.
Tell us about your footy, mate. Where'd you come from?
Well, I'm originally played all my footy in Deniliquin around that way. Moved up to Shep just recently. Yeah, been playing with the Bushies and stuff like that. Yeah, it's great experience. I'm loving it.
Under Leon Higgins, what are you? Great AFL footballer in his own right, yep. Leon Higgins. What do you learn from him?
Well, just more of a better person and a better player, and just learn new things every time I meet up with him and stuff like that. So yeah.
Where's your favourite position that you like to be out on the park?
Half forward flank, yeah.
Yeah, kick a few goals from there.
Yeah.
A couple of big guys in the side too. You like hovering around their feet, scooping it up. Is that the special spot you like to be?
Yeah, like the crumb, yeah.
And what would you aspire to in the AFL system? Do you want to stay on the half forward flank, or do you want to move around a bit more?
Oh, I wouldn't mind to move around a bit more and improve my game. So.
And who do you follow in the AFL, Dave?
Geelong Cats.
The Cats?
Yeah.
Gee, I could just imagine you on the wing, just letting Danger and Selwood just feed the ball out to you and just let you run. That'd be the go. How do you reckon the boys will go in the second half?
I reckon they'll improve on their second half, so hopefully they do. Hopefully move the ball quicker and
good work.
Kick
all
more
right.
goals in the opposition.
Yeah, you've got to promise us, Dave. Next time we've got a Bushrangers game, we want to see you playing and running quick, okay?
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, good on you, mate. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, no worries.
And thanks to Mick. Good on you, mate. Well done to the Bushies. All right, second half action here at, there you go, Dave. You're very good. If I could get some of these blokes to handle the headphones that well, Dave, I'd be more than happy. Rick normally just throws them down on the ground on me. Dave's just gently putting them on the seat. Oh, they're the crown jewels. That's good work. Good on you. Thank you, Dave Smith there from the Murray Bushrangers. All right.
Great second half about to start.
Looking forward to it. Take it away, Gabe.
Kelly up against Watts. Tap out. Sharked away by Berry. Quick hands. Finds his teammate. And Domich, he gets slung to the ground. Finally comes out. Carlin, I think it was. Berry comes in to help out. It's gone to centre half back, though. Good pressure by the Bushrangers. Keep it in. They finally get a quick handball away. Collecting that time was Trotter. Finally, the kick goes inside 50, but it's all the the Rebels. They're able to take the mark. Quick kick out. Domich collects at half back. He goes to the wing. Finds his man all on his own. Keegan Gray dropped a sitter. Good pressure, or implied pressure. That's a pretty high tackle. But we're going to have a ball up. Good work there by, I think that time was Donaghy. Was able to put the pressure. So we've got Kelly and Watts. Watts gets the tap out. Bushrangers hands on the ball through Hicks. He gets tackled, and that's holding the ball. He hatched it. Good call, Crooksy, and it's Domich. Couple of possessions already early. Goes out into the middle. Bushrangers look to switch, maybe go straight down the guts. Finally comes in towards the middle. Bit short. Pitch that time to McRoberts. Oh, high. Berry. Oh, what's happening here? We're going to have free kick to the Bushrangers. Kicking out. Interesting call. Kick down the middle. Didn't find his man. Sweeping that time is Dodd. Dodd collects. Out wide. A bit too high. Possession just a little bit sloppy early here in this third quarter. Bushrangers able to clear this time. Bruce kicks very high towards the boundary line. Taken and stayed in. Bushrangers kick to Johnson. Well done, Teru. Able to fist it. Bushrangers, can they collect Johnson? He picks it up. Quick hands. Picked up. Finally comes out. Is that Hicks? No, it's not. It's, I think, Nicholas Richards. Who kicks and snaps, and first goal to the Bushrangers. Probably not what the Rebels wanted, but Murray, after 2 minutes on the Technica time clock, had moved on to 11.5.71. The Rebels 8.4.52 on the NG scoreboard. Crooksy, that came from not really a great passage of play, but it worked.
It didn't. I'm going back a few passages of play to get there, but the drop mark by Keegan Gray just changes the whole complexion. He marks that, the ball's up this end, they're putting a big dent in the deficit. Drops the ball, gets to a contest, it ends up in a Bushrangers goal.
Back in the middle, trying to burst his way through there, Gray. Rebels with the ball momentarily, might have been held, yes. Free kick to the Rebels. They take the advantage. Looping one to Lloyd. Centre wing broadcast side. He'll go to Domich. Takes it on the half forward flank. Handball across to Gray. Short one inside attacking 50 is good to Berry. And Thomas Berry takes the mark. 45-degree angle, about 40 metres from home.
Sometimes, Crooksy, the difference between a really good possession and just an average possession changes everything.
Absolutely.
That handball, luckily Gray was able to collect it cleanly. But just need to clean up a little bit, the Rebels.
Berry comes in, right foot kick on its way. It's drifting across the face. No. And that's where it goes. A minor score to the Rebels. They move to 8.5.53. Bushrangers still in front, 11.5.71 on the NG scoreboard. 3.5 gone in the second term on the Technica time clock. Mark taken by Clark, half-back flank, broadcast side. His kick was searching for Lane. Went through his hands. It's on the deck, picked up here by Johnston. Dishes off the handball, searching for Schneering. Haven't called his name too often this afternoon, but he's able to get it further afield. The mark taken just inside 50 by Essen Wenger.
Yeah, good pass.
And he gets it to Scott Carlin. Takes it 45-degree angle, 20 out.
Gee, that was good play by the big fella. He just turned and wheeled around, a nice weighted kick.
That was a... trying to think of the boy at Essen's got the little left foot kick there. Merritt.
So Carlin comes in. And it's off the side of the boot, another minor score. 2 missed opportunities for the Rebels. They move to 8.6.54. The Bushrangers still in front, 11.5.71 on the NG scoreboard. 4.5 gone on the Technica time clock.
So the Bushrangers able to clear. Hicks now at centre half back. He dodges one man. He better look out. He's in trouble. Gone! Great tackle. Took too long. Advantage Kicked away by the Rebels, and it's just missed. And I think that time it might have been Charlie Wilson there with the shot, and it's just dribbled so they can have another go. Kaczynski is going to kick out. He's not going to take the short option this time. He goes out wide towards the 50-metre defensive mark area. Not taken that time by Bushrangers. The Rebels, quick hands, but to no one in particular. Well, in the end to the Bushrangers, and they're able to clear. Big kick out over the wing, finding his man that time in Walker. He's kicked 2 goals today. He hands it off, but to a man that was in a bit of trouble. They have to go back to go forward. Poor kick, intercepting there, but not taking the mark is McRoberts. Finally, the ball comes out, and it's taken this time by Richards. He goes out wide, inside 50. Bushrangers leading the race for the ball. Quick hands that time, but again, mopping up is the Rebels, and it finally comes out wide to the wing. And taking the mark this time is Bishop. He goes over the top. He looks for his man. He's a bit too short, and punching over the top that time was Samuel Beasley right on centre wing. Rick. Get yourself on, Rick.
Boot, just to the right of you guys. And we were wondering where he was, the Rebels player, but out for the season. Snapped his ankle ligament at lunchtime in the schoolyard.
Oh, kidding me. Who was that again, Rick?
Jed Hill, just below
Jed
you.
Hill.
Kicked 3 goals in our last game we commentated.
That's poor luck. And unfortunate for him, because he was really good for the Rebels in the games that we've seen so far this year.
And as they say, eating lunch is the worst thing you can do to yourself.
So we'll get a boundary throw in just inside attacking 50 broadcast side for the Rebels. Comes off hands. Domick paddling it in front of himself. Gave the fend off but got caught. And it was holding the footy. Free kick going the way of the Bushrangers. Inside defensive 50. They work it quickly by hands to Kelly. He'll go backwards with the handball. Still inside defensive 50 here, the Bushrangers. That was Clark. And he's got it into the middle. Hicks takes the mark, but he stopped and propped. Kicks it towards the outer side. There'll be a mark out wide, and it's taken there by Pack. Pack gets a handball over the top. And they work it nicely. Oh, just over the head there of Walker. Still works out okay for the Bushrangers. They get it towards the half-forward flank outer side. Lohman chasing after it. Got the handball away. It's in dispute, half-forward area. Bushrangers try and fire a handball inboard. They eventually get it to Hicks. He fires one over the top. They're inside 50 now, and Oakes has it at centre half forward. A high ball sitting underneath it. There was Barzan. Couldn't take a mark that time around for the Bushrangers. Close to the boundary line, broadcast sides kept in play. They're under pressure, half forward area, the Bushrangers. Get it to Donaghy. Still half forward area. Can't get a clean disposal away at the moment. Rebels applying good pressure in defence. Great tackle there applied by Berry. Sees the ball wrapped up just outside attacking 50 broadcast side for the Bushrangers. They're 11-5-71. Rebels 8-7-55 on the NG scoreboard. 8.5 gone on the Technica time clock in the third term.
Balled up, punched away by Watts, but taken by Hicks. Quick kick in. Walker tries to pick it up. Wasn't able to collect. Lohman tries to help out his Rebel teammates. Finally a clearing kick. Oh, good play. Just check that kick a little bit. And the Rebels are able to kick through the centre. Domich, he's been everywhere. Oh, he bumbled it and handed it straight to Bushrangers. Finally, he's coming in. Oh, good effort. Second and third efforts. Finally coming over his lane. He kicks it off the ground inside 50. Rebels, though, able to calm that down situation. Kicked out wide. Berry 3-on-1. He's got a mark. And great mark that was. Tough mark in front.
That's in the contested column, Gabe.
That very much in the contested column. Good kick inside. Now it goes out wide with hands. Finally coming in the Bushrangers. Over the top finds Carlin. Carlin's already had a shot at goal this quarter.
Oh, no.
He goes and it's sort of, it was half a pass and half a shot at goal in the end, and it's gone through for a point.
Wasted opportunities for the Rebels.
They move it into the back pocket out of side, the Bushrangers. They sell a bit of candy to get through traffic. And then a kick out wide, hits up a target in Barzan. Takes it on the half-back flank out of side for the Bushrangers. Comes inboard with the kick. It was precise. It had to be to Garoni. He comes further inboard. The mark is taken here by Wilson. Spins around. Player at half forward. It's Donaghy. Goes inside attacking 50 with the kick. It's cut off by the Rebels and they'll send it straight back to where it came from. Taking it on the half volley is Lamb. Kicks it along the boundary line. Under pressure, Johnston picks it up. Sees it over the boundary line and out of play.
Good win there, Crooksy, for the Rebels, I think, because they were under a bit of pressure. And they've got a boundary throw in, they can reset. Throw in. Rebel side of centre wing. In the ruck. Esemwenga versus Kelly. Domich goes in along there with Bruce. Finally comes out. Taking the ball this time is Schneering. Schneering goes out wide. Good defensive play. I think that time by Ryan Bruce again is able to get that ball. Or it might have been Langlands. Gets that ball out of bounds and we'll have a throw in between wing and half forward. More towards half forward flank for the Rebels. Esemwenga versus Kelly in the ruck. Kelly in front, able to tap it down. The Rebel Shark taking it that time was a little high to McRoberts. His hands are quick but not effective. Finally a kick, great smother. Great smother that time by Langlands again. Good defensive work by Langlands. Last couple of plays. Coaches like those second, third efforts. So we're going to have a throw in at the vertex, Crooksy, where the 50 meets the boundary. Big throw in coming up. Kelly versus Esemwenga. Esemwenga pushes Kelly out of the way, gets a tap out. It was a throw. Finally kicked out. Cox on his own. He looks up, takes his time. Good play. Domich marks. Centre forward. Very congested inside 50. Look precise and he got it. He got the good work there by Domich. He just waited. He waited and waited and he found his man. And I think we're going to have Joe Dodd. Joe Dodd, very little boy, isn't he?
170 centimetres. Yeah. And he needed every last one of those.
There was probably 24 players inside 50 and the shortest guy's got the ball. And he's going to have a shot from 45. Can those little legs pump that footy over the goal umpire's head? He comes in on the left foot. He threw the ball up high, but he got it. Great kick there by Joe Dodd. And the Rebels are able to respond with a goal. And we've got Murray, 11-5-71. The Greater Western Victorian Rebels, a 9-8-62 on the NG scoreboard. We've gone a bit over 12 and a half minutes on the Technica time clock. And we've got a contest.
Well, it's been a long time coming, that goal for the Rebels, but eventually Joe Dodd showed them how to do it. Good kick from there. They're within 2 kicks. Second half of this third quarter is where the game will be won and lost, Gabe.
Definitely.
Game being played on the Rebels' term, but that was their first goal of the quarter. As it pops out there.
Oh, wow. Big
collision in the middle. The Rebels through Domi get it by hands. It's a low ball towards the top of the 50. McRoberts had to go in for it. Pops out the back. That man Dodd, the last goal kicker. His kick didn't go the distance for the Bushrangers intercept, so they just had to whack it on the boot in hope. Ball dribbling towards the boundary line. Carlin coming first. Will keep it in play. Composed kick towards the flank, and a good mark is taken by Hobbs. Just outside attacking 50 broadcast side. Rebels need an option. It's a congested 50. A toe poke kick just goes the distance to Johnston. Jordan Johnston. Little worse of an angle, about 5 metres closer to goal.
Poor defence.
Yeah, and Carlin's taken the mark. 45-degree angle, 40 metres out.
That's twice now, Crooksy. They've allowed that. Well, that was 2 kicks there. The one before to Joe Dodd. That's 3 times that it's happened.
Just have a little bit of a sleepy, boys.
Yeah, the sun's out. It's a little warmer than what it was before. Maybe they're enjoying it.
So Carlin comes in. Right foot kick on its way. He stabbed at it a little bit. Does it squeeze home? No. Minus score.
3 behinds for the quarter for Carlin.
9-9-63 the Rebels. Bushrangers still in control. 11-5-71. 14 and a half gone in the third term on the Technica time clock. Donaghy takes the mark on half-back.
He goes towards centre half-back dangerously. The Rebels able to click through Domich, but luckily a good tackle. Coming over is Cox to help out. Quick hands that time. He finds Dodd. Dodd goes towards centre half forward. Doesn't find anyone in particular. The Bushrangers are able to clear. Good kick out wide. Taken that time by Bice. Bice looks up. He goes into the forward line. He's looking for his man Garoni. Garoni collects. Good tackle though by the Rebels. Play on. Cox collects. He goes to centre half, to centre wing, looking for Domich. Domich tries to collect. He's got about 4 players to compete with.
Good boy.
And he gave away the free kick. Oh, I thought he did okay, but I think he might have tripped up his man that time in Jones. Jones goes out very wide. Not the right play to do though here at Craigieburn. The ball goes over the back. Trying to pick it up. The Rebels are able to clear. Clearing kick. Good play. This time he finds Carlin. Carlin's been everywhere in this third quarter. He goes inboard towards the middle. Finds his man. They go through centre half forward. And in and under kick, you would call that. Joe Dodd, been impressive. He kicks up high, looking for his man. Pushed out, Hobbs.
Play on.
And Hobbs kicks a goal. That's a bit stiff there for the...
I'll tell you what, Gabe.
Yeah.
This game has a way of levelling the ledger.
Right, yes.
Again.
Justice.
Just a little bit of justice, you think? It was almost in the same spot as where the mark was given.
Dear, oh dear.
So the Rebels get a little closer. Murray, 11-5, 71 to the Greater Western Victorian Rebels, 10-9-69 on the NG scoreboard. We've gone 16 and a half minutes on the Technica time clock. Rick, there's a bit of activity downstairs.
Nope.
Yeah, boys, there's a lot of good foot skills on show out here at the moment. Both teams sharing the ball around beautifully.
On the same spot. So that's the Ruckman's fault. Anyway, punched out by Johnson. Collecting at that time, Bushrangers. Kick smothered. Picked up that time by Lane. He got tackled. A little quick kick out. No one there. Bushrangers. Running. Kick off the ground. I'm not sure who that was, but it is a behind. I think it might have been Hicks there.
I think it was Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. I think it was Hicks with the another little kick there, and it's one behind. So, he didn't kick it to himself. You can't do that. Because the umpire called play on, still got to kick it to yourself.
There's a lot happening in a game of footy game at times.
There is, but
he's lost his train of thought. I've done that.
Poor old Cooper Henson.
Yeah. So throw up, top of the goal square. Bushrangers deep in attack, tap down, quick kick. I think it might be a miss. That time Barson, I think it was. Another behind. And the Rebels move, Bushrangers move to 13-10-88 to 10-12-72. NG scoreboard, take it away, Matty.
Comes towards the broadcast side. Hicks involved in the contest. But Bishop was able to get control of the footy. He gets it to McRoberts. Inside defensive 50. It's a spearing pass inboard. Scott takes the mark. Centre half back for the Rebels. They trail 10-12-72. Bushrangers 13-10-88. Long ball to centre half forward is cut off by the Bushrangers. And the mark is taken there by Pack. Comes towards the broadcast side with the kick. It's up a target in Bond. Goes to the half forward line. Cox went through his hands. Had time though to get possession of the footy. Got it to McRoberts. A short one there to Gray. Took it on the half volley. They work it by hand. Back to McRoberts. Centre wing broadcast side. They needed to talk there, the Rebels. No mark paid. Umpire calls play on. Berry received the handball. Long ball inside attacking 50. Good fist applied there by Walker. Brought the ball to ground. Bushrangers able to mop up. They feed it by hand along the outer side. Kazitsky. Long ball to the centre wing. Bushrangers underneath the scoreboard. They flick the handball inboard to Donaghy. He fumbled under pressure. Got spun around. Umpire called play on. And it should be all wrapped up. Centre wing outer side. Underneath the NG scoreboard that reads 13-10-88. The Rebels are 10-12-72. 10 gone on the Technica time clock in the final term.
So we're going to have a throw up, centre wing. Punched out by Kelly. Taken away by the Bushrangers. Kick in. Over the top. Here comes the Bushrangers. Taken away this time by Jones. He has a shot. I think we got a goal. Was that Jones? It's a goal. And it's a big goal there for the Bushrangers. That extends the lead out to 22 points. They move on to 14-10-94. They lead the Rebels 10-12-72 on the NG scoreboard. 10.5 minutes gone in this, the last quarter. And Rick, that was a big goal for the Bushrangers.
Yeah, just the advantage they needed there, Gabe. Just getting on top at the moment. North Ballarat have to take a few risks, but good sign seeing Tommy Berry running through that centre-half forward area on a few occasions today. It's really good to watch for the Rebels.
Largest lead of the game, I think, for the Bushrangers, 22 points. As it's back underway in the middle, Berry again involved. The Rebels couldn't get a clean possession away. Great tackle applied on Johnston, though.
Essen Wanger.
And the free kick will go the way of the big man. He's a little bit ginger to get back up, but he's okay. Essen Wanger, pretty much at centre half back, comes towards the broadcast side with the kick. It was a precise kick. Worked out to Lamb, flicked the handball inboard to Appleby. Slapping it forward there was Henson. Opportunity now for the Bushrangers. They seek Barzen on the half-back line. They get around traffic, a quick kick away, or not taken there by Bond. Ball on the deck, Bushrangers trying to feed the handball out. Eventually will end up with Langlands. He gets spun around, trying to trap it in Appleby. Now a long kick there from Lamb towards the half-forward line. Berry takes the mark.
It fell in his arms at the end.
Been one of the Rebels' better players this afternoon. Got collected as he got the kick away. Long ball inside attacking 50. It's all Bushrangers. And they're able to get a clearing kick towards Trotter at half-back. Took it on the half volley. As Donahue over the top. He receives the footy. Flicks the handball inboard to Richards. Richards stops and props. Goes back to Donahue, centre wing out of side. The kick up along the boundary line. Did it go the distance? It does to Bruce.
So Bruce goes inboard. Plays the safe play. Finds his man there. Not sure who that was. On the left foot it might have been Wallace. He goes up the line to Hicks. They're just going to keep possession now. They've got a healthy 22-point lead. 12.5 minutes gone on the Technica time clock. Hicks goes to the forward line. Wallace is there, almost the mark in front. Bushrangers. Donahue over to Wallace. Wallace has a shot at goal and misses behind. Bushrangers move on to 14-11-95. Rebels 10-12. 72 quick kick out. Taking it this time is McRoberts. Nash McRoberts goes up the line. 2-on-1. Oh, just takes the mark. Quick hands there by Bidmaid. Finds Johnson. Johnson goes to the centre forward. Good defensive punch there that time by Clark. But taking it is the Rebels. Good tackle there by Clark. Good double effort that. Finally the Rebels can get through, but again good tackling. Oh, and a third tackle, almost holding the ball that time. Can they get away? Yes, the Bushrangers will this time. Clearing kick towards the middle, looking for Hicks, but coming over the back. That time was Scott. Thomas Scott. He'll go deep into the forward line. He'll look for Watts, but playing the smart play. I think that might be, and that time was Wilson. He'll go out wide, Matty.
And the Bushrangers have it on the half-back line. They've just been able to steady in this final term. They play on along the outer wing. Series of handballs, ends up back in the hands of Donahue. He seeks the 1-2 and gets it. Centre wing outer side for the Bushrangers. Goes long towards the half-forward flank. Works out okay. Bruce fired the handball off. Wallace still at half-forward for the Bushrangers. Now it's turned over the Rebels. Looking for Domick, went past him. Bushrangers go inside attacking 50 with the kick. Barzen collects, has space, will run into an open goal. Got cleaned up after he kicked it. And I think it's going to be all clear. It is all clear for a goal. Barzen gets his first of the day.
And is he going to get a free kick? It's a goal. So. Don't think so? Well, no, I think he's going to get a free kick.
Yeah, for being pushed after.
Oh, that's
after getting the goal. So 12-point play here for the Bushrangers, and this will just about seal the deal.
Wow. That was right when he kicked it. It wasn't afterwards, was it? Well, Crooksy, you might want to describe what happened there, but that's...
Oh, thanks, Gabe. Throw me under the bus.
Well, all right.
Okay,
how about it? No, he's basically had a shot at goal, and virtually at the time that he kicked it, he got bumped in the side.
I reckon he got pushed. I do think he got pushed. He didn't get bumped.
But it was at the time of the kick, wouldn't it? Or was it way
it was sort of like a tackle type come push. What do you reckon, Rick?
I reckon it was just a goal first off, wasn't it?
I would have thought so, but anyway.
That was it. Shouldn't have been a second one.
Desperate to attempt to stop the run, but...
Yeah, so now
put the game beyond doubt, I know that.
So in the ruck, Kelly, great tap out. Wallace, he tries to break the tackle. Good tackling there by the Rebels. Finally comes out, taken by Bruce. Bruce goes out wide. The Bushrangers, they just steady it. Oakes on the left, goes deep, looking for Johnson. That should be holding the man, it isn't. Bars him for 3 in a row, and I think he's got it. Oh, here we go.
He'll get 2, he'll get another one.
Now, we're going to have a little conversation.
They're going to throw it up here, boys. So
here we go.
We'll say double.
It's a goal. It's a goal to Barsden. He's kicked 3 goals in a minute.
Can't remember that ever happening, boys.
That's a record.
One player, 3 goals in a minute.
Yeah, 3 goals in a minute. And we might as well collect our thoughts here. But Murray have gone to 17-11, 113 to Rebels 10-12, 72. And we're on the NG scoreboard. We've gone 17 minutes on the Technica time clock.
Never has a 41-point margin not read the scoreboard, hasn't read the state of the game.
Yeah.
Kelly, the tap for the Bushrangers. They're starting to get well on top now. There'll be a free kick, though, the way of the Rebels, and it will be Berry to take it.
He's tried hard all day.
And one of the best for the Greater Western Victoria Rebels. He goes to McRoberts, centre wing, outer side. He'll go further afield with the kick. It's a grubber. Under pressure was Gray. Ball all wrapped up between centre wing and half forward on the outer side. We'll get a ball up as we approach the 17.5-minute mark of the final term on the Technica time clock. The Bushrangers get a clearing kick from the throw-up. High ball, good strong grab taken there by Walker. Flicks around. Free player on is Garoni at centre half forward. He goes off, not arrived to put a bit of pressure on, but Garoni, long kick and a fall in the goal square, and the mark, yes, it is completed by Taru. Taru has it inside the defensive goal square for the Rebels. They trailed 10-12-72 to 17-11, 113. The kick from Taru, bounced past Dodd. Another opportunity now for the Bushrangers. Lane puts it up, top of the goal square. Johnston flew, couldn't bring it down. Roving the contest there was Bice. He got tackled. Johnston handballs it back into a bit of space for Trotter under pressure in the forward pocket. Didn't turn out too great. Rebels able to hold things up. They fire the handball out of the contest to Appleby. He turns it over. Well, things are all wrapped up though. 40 out from goal, directly in front for the Bushrangers. Well in control, 18 and make it 19 minutes gone in the final term on the Technica time clock.
40 out, ball up, Bushrangers attacking, punched away by Johnson. Domich tried to grab it, quick hands. Don't know how he got that out, but it's only a point to Garoni, and that moves the Bushrangers to 17-12 to 10-12 on the NG scoreboard. 19 gone, Technica time clock, kick out, quick one there. Marking at that time is Hobbs. Hobbs goes inboard, but slipping over at the wrong time there was Henson. And taking the mark this time is Bice. Bice goes deep, looking for Johnson. Up over the top. I reckon that's Matty Walker with a mark. Jumping Jack Flash. He just was in the middle of that pack and went over the big fellas, and he was able to take the mark. And Matty Walker will go back from about 25 metres out, directly in front. He's going to go for his 4th goal. It's been a good forward today. In and out a little bit like the teams. They have their moments in the game, but you've got to take them, and he has as he comes in. 25 out, directly in front, kicks, and has got it. That's number 4 for Matthew Walker, and the Bushrangers are now careering away. They move on to 18-12. 120, the Greater Western Victorian Rebels 10-12-72 on the NG scoreboard, And we're almost at 20 and a half minutes on the Technica time clock. Crooksy, the margin's not fair, really.
They've put on 6 goals, 5 to 1 behind in this quarter. They've really stamped it.
Back underway. Kelly got the tap. Berry again fighting hard for the Rebels. Pushes the ball forward. They get it to centre half forward. Handball just went past Berry. On the deck, great tackle there, but it was a little high from Oakes.
I think the tackle was okay, but it was the player coming forward that collected him high.
So Berry goes with the kick towards centre half forward. It was offline, and then the player slipped over. Looping handball back inboard for the Rebels. Running through traffic and getting the kick away is Appleby. High ball inside, attacking 50. They get a mark.
Push out.
Oh. When it's not going your way, it's not going your way. And the Bushrangers have it.
Donaghy led the poisoning today.
Oh, he'd have over 30 disposals easily. And he might get it back here. He does. Half back line for the Bushrangers. Donaghy's kick is perfect to Garoni. Wants to move it on. Ball centre wing broadcast side. Oakes kicks it inside, attacking 50. Bouncing ball just over the head there of Johnston. Cox bustling his way through. Feeds the handball out to Dodd, 2 of the shortest players on the ground. Just pushes the ball forward. Dodd loses his feet. Just applies the Shepherd was awaiting Cox to come in for some support. Eventually he arrives and he goes to ground as well. It's slapped back inside, attacking 50 for the Bushrangers. Johnston trying to spin his way out of trouble. Eventually the handball ended up in the hands of Lane, and it will go through for a minor score. 18-13, 121 the Bushrangers. The Greater Western Victoria Rebels 10-12-72. 22 and a half gone on the Technica time clock in the final term, as the ball will be seen over the boundary line and out of play by Richards.
So we'll have a throw in. Half forward flank, Bushrangers. Bushrangers just gone up another level. So thrown in, tapped out by the by the Rebels. Finally comes out, taken away this time by Richards. He goes on the left to full forward, goes over the back. He keeps it in, kick and hit the post. That time was Jones, Harrison Jones. Almost got a goal. Quick kick out. Haven't even got time to take a breath. The Rebels go forward, could punch away that time. Finally, the Bushrangers go inside 50 and marking it. Is that Harrison Jones again? He takes it, kick and centres it, and he finds his man in Jai Lane. So I think the Rebels might have put the cue in the rack. Bit of lax defending there, and Jai Lane's going to have a shot at goal. Directly in front, 30 metres out. Comes in. Oh, he's tried to kick.
Shocker.
He's tried to kick the crap out of the ball. Let's put it that way. That's what he's done, and he's just miscued. Through for a point. 18-15 to 10-12 on the NG scoreboard.
Carlin brings the ball back into play. Goes long with the kick towards the outer side. Berry fires the handball out further afield. Lloyd will get a kick towards the half-forward area, bouncing on the chest there of Johnston, but he was able to claim the mark. Half-forward flank outer side, wants to come inboard with the kick, spots up Gray. Gray searches for options inside a congested 50.
Oh, go deep.
For the Rebels, the kick.
There it is.
Works out okay, and the mark is taken by Jordan Johnston. A 45-degree angle. About 35 out from goal. And this just well,
what do you call it?
Well, it's not even a silver lining, really. It's been a disappointing end to the game for the Rebels. They were in the thick of it during the third term, but just couldn't convert on the scoreboard. As Johnston comes in and he's offline, minor score. 10-13, 73 plays. 18-15, 123. The Bushrangers well in control. We've ticked over 25 minutes on the Technica time clock.
So the kick out is marked this time by Keegan Gray. He's a good user of the ball. Checks the kick, not bad. Dropping the mark, but taking the ball that time is Schneering. We haven't caught him much. Had a very quiet game. Hicks finally finds a teammate and Pack. Pack goes out wide and crosses. Not sure, that might be Wilson out there, Jesse Wilson. He goes out further wider, and there's a siren as Thomas Boyd takes a mark. And the Murray Bushrangers in the end have dominated on the scoreboard, but we wouldn't say they dominated the play, but they've won by 50 points. The Murray Bushrangers 18-15, 123 to the Western Victorian Rebels 10-13, 73. A bit of injustice with that margin, but in the end I think the better team won, but I don't think 50 points was the difference between the two sides. Could we have the goal kickers please, Crooksy?
Any time for you, Gabe.
Thank you very much.
For the Rebels, they didn't add a goal in the last quarter. So 2 to Tyler Watts and 1 apiece to Aidan Domick, Flynn Appleby, Joe Dodd, Lucas Essenwanger, Naishmik Roberts, Matty Lloyd, Elliot Lamb and Harrison Hobbs. And for the victors, we had 4 to Matthew Walker, 3 to Zane Barzan.
In 1 minute.
And 3 to Daniel Johnson, 2 to Hudson Garoni, then 1 apiece to Jai Lane, Dalton Langlands, Harrison Jones, Nicholas Richards, Jesse Wilson and Angus Hicks were the goal kickers there. And Rick will be making his way on the ground to get a couple of interviews from the Bushies, I would say. Yes, that game just really split open. I think in the end that the inability for the Rebels to really capitalise on a purple patch in that third quarter where they had all the ball up in their forward line. I think they kicked 3 goals, 6. That needed to be 6 goals, 3 and take a lead into the last quarter. And in the end, they had a lot of drive, a lot of run through the middle, but not enough up forward. Ball kept as often as it went, it kept coming back in the opposite direction.
I think in the end also, they got 2 of their 10 goals came from Watts in the first quarter, I think, from memory. They didn't really have a big target taking marks, whereas the Bushrangers had Johnson mainly, but if he wasn't winning the ball, he was bringing the ball down to the feet of everyone else. They then have a good foil in Matthew Walker, who bobs up and kicks 4 goals. Zane Barston, I better get that right. He's the hit-up forward. He's the guy that's coming out to 60 and 70, 80 metres out and sort of taking up a lot of the slack hard work. And you look at his sort of size, 191, but he's a bit slight at 70, but he's got good hands. I think you called sticky fingers, I think, Crooksy in that second quarter. So they've got a good combination. Big brute of Johnson and...
Well, you got a minute?
Hopefully Rick might have someone soon. So they've got a good combination in that forward line. They've got Big Brute and other players. So, Rick, who have we got down there? Rick, all to you.
Hi, Crooksy. We got Will Donaghy. I pronounced it right, Will?
Yeah, Donaghy, mate. Yep.
Donaghy. All right, mate. Fantastic win. It was going to go either way at 3/4 time. You had a 9-point margin, but what was said at 3/4 time to get you over the line like that?
Yeah, well, we really didn't want to go away. Just what we do well, and that's just work hard and play contested and hard footy, and that's what we did, and it works well for us.
And you really formed a unit in that last quarter, didn't you? You ran in numbers and just outpaced them in the end as well.
Yeah, well, it's always good. You know, we had the bye last week, so good to get the run over them in the end, and yeah, it worked well.
And how's the season shaping up for the Bushies at the moment?
Yeah, good. Really competitive side, and I think we'll be team to beat this year.
Good on you, mate. Well, go and enjoy your win, and congratulations on a great game and the win.
Cheers, Rick. Thanks for having me.
Good on you. Will Donaghy. Matthew.
And we've got one more. Matty Walker.
Matty Walker.
For footyprofit.com.au, Rick Morris on the ground with Matthew Walker. Take it away, Rick.
Crooksy, we got Matty Walker here, 4 goals, mate, but a really good win set up by a storming last quarter.
Yeah, it was a pretty good win actually for the boys. It was good because the week before we obviously lost that one, and to get back well was good, yeah. Loved it.
And you played a forward role. What was the main role for you today?
Yeah, so just my main role was a high half forward, obviously leading up on the wings and that, and then pushing real hard back. Yeah. And do you think you're getting your game together, the team, or are you playing to the coach's instructions, the unit? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I listen to Brownie's their forward coach, and yeah, listen to what he has to do, tell me to do, and I'll do it. So yeah, it's good. Team's playing well now, so it's good.
And you got some good on-ballers there to give you delivery?
Yeah, Jonesy and Oaksy and that, yeah, they're really good. They help it, make it a lot easier for me.
Well done on a great win and also 4 goals. Matt Walker.
Thank you, it was a team effort, good, yeah.
Good on you, buddy. Well done.
Good on you, Rick. See if you can get the song, Rick. Can't remember, I always forget the songs. Well, we had the Bushrangers song, I can't remember.
Just trying to remember. They're not the Demon. The Demons is Danny Long, the Demons. I can't remember now.
I get confused with them.
I think we have them, but because we're old, we forget, Matty. This is our problem.
That's why we've recruited a bit of youth to the team.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've been doing this for, I think it's